Hello everyone. In my travels I've been finding that a lot of people order some really nice fish from the Wet Spot Tropical Fish out in, where are they, Portland, Oregon. So I decided to give them a try. There's some fish I've been looking for, and even though they're pretty common, I've not been able to find them. So I got my box in about 20 minutes ago, shipped UPS next day air, morning delivery. Comes in a nice box. So let's see what we get inside. Haven't been in it, so this will be new for both of us. So open the box. Get a little sheet, tells you what to do if anything's dead. Let's hope we don't care what it is I'm supposed to do, because I don't want dead fish. And overnight, the box is insulated. Paper insulation inside to help keep the temperature good. Somebody went to a lot of trouble folding all this in, which is better than me. Now I'm going to tilt this up so you can see. Here's how everything is packed inside. Looks like they're all double bagged. Now, as I start to examine these bags, first thing I want to do is find out what the temperature is. And 79. So we're here in Atlanta and it's hot, and there's 79, 79.8 is the water inside this box. Now the water in the tank they're going into is 76.2. You'll probably be able to see that. 76.8, move over here, 76.2. So we got 76 and a 79. That means getting the temperatures the same won't take but a few minutes. So we're going to pass that first hurdle. Now, in order to show you what I'm doing, I have to shift it around and hope I don't drop it on the floor. Alright, here's the first bag. And it's got one of the little Panda Loaches. They only had 2 of them. They only had 2. I really wanted to get like 6. Bags come. Hey, the labels are pretty cool. Wet Spot Panda Loach, the Latin name of the fish, goes to David Ramsey. That's me. It's 3/4 inch. Shipped today. So their stream of shipping labels tells everybody everything: who it goes to, what it is, size of it, what to do with it. Haven't seen that before. It's pretty slick. So we're going to cut that one open and pull the little guy out of there. Got one of those little ammonia absorber packets in there. So I understand the reason for knots, but boy, I love rubber bands. Because somewhere in here I'm going to dunk everything. Now we're going to place this guy in a container. Hope the container is not bigger than my water that I can hold. So there goes our first little loach. And packaged the exact same way. Here's our second loach. They get bags that are rounded on the bottom so the fish don't get caught in the corners. Come from Cobalt Aquatics. Never seen that before. Pretty nice. Already molded. Maybe it's something they do. Don't know. Alright, gotta cut that one. Got another little cup. There's my second little loach there trucking around. Alright, next bag has got 6 of the fork-tailed blue-eye rainbow. I bought 6 of those, not 5, but 6 of those last week up in Michigan and brought them back down, and through the wonderfulness of the airlines, only 3 of them made it. Two males and a female, so I picked up some more to try and be sure that I have good pairs, because I want to breed them. So, there they go. Okay, next bag is really a cool bag. Bunch of banjo catfish. I know, they're not one of your really fancy L numbers, but I think the banjo catfish are really cool looking. Get a little more room, I'm going to take my last 2 bags out. Then I can put this down here on the floor. Get some more room to work. The other bag is a dozen supposed to be marble hatchet fish. I'm not really sure what kind of hatchet fish those are. They're not marbles like I know, but we'll see when we get to them. So we want to work with these banjos right now. Their larger fish came packed in a bigger bag. These are nice thick plastic bags. They'll go a long way towards stopping puncturing. See if all this water will fit. I don't know if it will or not. Just barely. So, there's the banjos. Oh, those are really nice. And the last ones. And the last ones here are the hatchet fish. I know there's several varieties of hatchet fish. There's the big silver ones you see. Then the marbles I know have like 3 real dark lines on them. These look like these may be a different marble variety. I'm just looking for something really bizarre for breeding purposes, so if these are a really wonderful, bizarre variety, that'll suit me just fine. Looks like I definitely got too much water. We'll put some into this other container just to run it out. I got a dozen of these guys. I'm happy to say at this point everybody's alive. Get all my trash in the bag and the box. I can peel all those labels off and put them on. So, here's my collection of fish. Now we know that this water is 76 and this water is 79. The other element that I don't know and is really important to the fish is what kind of the water compare. Now the water in this tank has a TDS of 284. It's got some plants in it, and I've been putting in plant food and stuff, so TDS is high for me, but there's no fish in it, so this is what it is. 291, 283, 286. Now let's see about the water these guys are in. 231. 255, 480, 193, 181. So the only one that's a little high is this 519. So I'm going to start it down here first. I'm going to put all of these fish except the pandas in this tank. There's no other fish in the tank, so they can all kind of quarantine together with each other. Now, what I'm going to do is let these sit for a bit. And then I'm going to take water out of these containers and put this water in. I don't want any of this water, any of the water that came in, I don't want any of that water going into the tank. So I'm going to acclimate them by mostly to get rid of the water. So I'll drain the water out of here slowly and add this water into it, and then these fish will be ready to get turned loose in here. The pandas will go into a smaller container for a little while because they're going to end up into another tank. So that's my delivery from Wet Spot. They do some great packaging. Bags are great, labels are great, insulated box, next day delivery. Looks to me like I'm a happy camper here. Let me see if I can show you what these, take this off. I'll show you all these fish once they get into tanks. But there's the banjos. I mean, those guys are they're just strange looking things. They are going to be so nice because they'll bury themselves down here in the sand, and they'll be really cool to watch. And looks like the marbles are starting to color up, looking like what I expected them to look like, so that's really cool. And there's the panda. And down here at the other end, but it's a little dark, will be the little rainbow fish. So that's the Wet Spot tropical fish order. Looks like a successful venture for me. Thank you for watching. Alright, we've spent a few hours swapping the water around. Let me show you what they look like before we turn them all loose. That's the banjos. That's the rainbows. They're not fricatas. There's my marbles, and they got the stripes, so they look good. And the Panda Loach. So I'm going to set the thing back up on the tripod and we'll get these guys turned loose. Each of these I've been swapping the water out, so it's mostly my water, but I'm still going to see how much of this I can pour out. The hatchets are being topwaters are going to make it hard. There's the majority of their water poured out. We'll turn them loose. Then we'll go to the rainbows. Do the same thing. Pour out as much of the water as we can. The other fish stays mostly on the top, so once they swim around and settle down, we can see if we can get any of them sexed. I have 3 that I brought back with me from Michigan, and that's 2 males and a female. Okay, now we'll go to the banjos. And I got this tilted so bad it's going to fall off if I'm not careful. Slide these guys down. Get this a little more stable here. There we go. I'll pour the water off the banjos. See how we do turning them loose. And they're so funny. You see, they just dive right into the sand. They're amazing. Now I need now I'm going to use the smaller of the marina hang on the backs and use that for the pandas. Still going to pour the water off and pour them into this hang on the back. add more water. I don't want them in the same tank with the banjos. I'm afraid the banjos will give them a hard time. So I'm going to put them in there. And I think I have, yes I do. Airline over here. That airline up to 2. Slide this down. Put that on. So I'll get this turned on and then we'll come back and see how everything's looking. Alright, here's the 2 Panda Loaches and the hang on the back. And let's show you, you can see that's going to give them a good water circulation. So they'll have really nice fresh water being changed constantly. Here comes a strigata going by. There's all the hatchets hanging over here in the corner with the plants. And then, got to be insane to wonder why you want those. There's one of the banjos. There's another one, there's one way back there in the back. And I guess the other ones will show up again when they feel like it. They've got to be really fun fish to spawn. So that's why I've got them. And I got the rainbows. Oh, good. See, there's a nice male on the rainbow. Even over the white sand. There's 2 males. There's a female. So I got both sexes. Looks like 3 males, 2 females, plus wherever the 6th one is. He's a male. So they sent me 3 and 3. 3 males, 3 females. You can't ask for better than that. Well done, Wet Spot. So here's my order from Wet Spot. Everybody's alive. Everybody's happy. Everybody's swimming around. Nobody's got a torn up fin or ick or anything. Been a good deal. So there's my little school of the rainbows. This ought to be a really nice tank. Thank you for watching.